Ah, look at this guy. Nice of you to show, Mr. NewYorkRic.
Hello, how are you, boys?
Oh, even the audio is just a little bit. It's not quite Shaheen level audio.
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to get there.
Everything okay? All good at home?
All good at home.
All right. God bless. Good to have you both here. Why is Connor laughing so much over there? And you're saying something underneath your breath.
Yeah, the lower third. I made a whole new one today to not cover the bug, and it still covered the bug. I screwed it up. Yeah, I was just apologizing to you.
Oh, okay.
Just some behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, I saw you smile. I wasn't sure what you were smiling about. Well, good to have you. Okay, so we have to talk about a lot of things here. First, I was just sort of, I was just like getting ready for the segment. You know, I like to do my research. There were a couple things that I remember. You know, we were talking about the Oliveira fight and the Gaethje fight and everything. And there were just a couple things. I think you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, great show hosted by Mike Heck. It's called Between the Links. And I was doing some research.
Not familiar.
I think you referenced it a couple weeks ago.
Yes, with the Aljo fight.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
I don't remember it. Now that you mention it.
Well, the good news is we have the.
I'm happy you don't. I'm happy we can refresh your memory.
Okay, let's do it.
Here's NewYorkRic and Connor on Between the Links not that long ago.
Yeah, funny enough, it's one of the new champions. I have no doubt in my mind that Justin Gaethje is going to win the belt. No doubt. It is not even a question in my mind.
Wow.
That man is built for this, and he is going to be the next lightweight champion. I mean, it hurts me. It hurts me because as somebody who's been in this game for a long time and really loves what Charles Oliveira has been able to do and counter a lot of the fake narratives that have been written about him, I just don't see a path to victory against Justin Gaethje. I think that man is a demon, and he is the one I'm most confident in outside of the two fights that you took away. Yep.
So, I mean, not fully confident.
What say you, Connor?
Not fully confident, but you say, no path to victory.
I'm glad I hedged there and showed love to Charles, which I stand by. I mean, dude, what an incredible story. I didn't.
Oh, sorry. Last Monday, I felt like you were a little more confident. This is what you said last Monday on the show regarding
Jesus,
Charles and Justin. This is last Monday.
Okay.
It's last Monday on the show. Do we have it? Don't love anything. And you said it last week. I don't have to have something every week.
Don't force it.
Yeah. Why? You see one? You see one that you like?
A few, but there's one. I mean, Connor knows.
This guy, he loves himself some JG.
Justin Gaethje, that is a tasty, tasty line.
I think he said to me he sees no path to victory for Charles Oliveira.
Wow.
The man with the most finishes, most submissions.
Let's rewind to Between the Links, hosted by the great Mike Heck.
Yes.
You'll recall we did champions coming up. Who's gonna win in defense? So far, I'm perfect.
He is.
Connor not.
Yes.
I picked Aljamain Sterling. I mean, I don't want to, Barry H. H picked Aljamain Sterling. Yeah. I did indeed say I don't really see a path to victory for Charles Oliveira in this fight. I don't think that Charles is going to be able to get him down or get his back in a scramble or anything like that. And if he is standing in front of Justin Gaethje for 5 rounds or less, I don't see the legs holding up well. I don't see the face holding up well.
All right.
I think Justin Gaethje is gonna put it on him.
Okay.
I mean, that felt pretty much the same. I don't know if it's a roll.
No, well,
twice,
it was just kind of, it was like 2 weeks later. We just wanted to make sure.
I made the pick and stuck by it. Unlike most guests.
I do have to say, we cut off the Between the Links when I clarify with Rick. I say to him there, I'm like, not one path to victory for the man with the most submissions in UFC history. He can't take his back and choke him out like he has everybody else. And Rick says, nope, no chance.
Your thoughts?
No. My thoughts, before we rolled the unnecessary second clip, I thought that there was no way that Justin wouldn't be patient in the fight, which I don't think he was. I don't think he was quite impatient. But what I didn't count on, and I should have, and it's on me for not, Charles rocked him early, like rocked him good to the point where Justin didn't know where he was at, and not dissimilar to Khabib, where at a certain point he hit the ground and he was out of his depths. Charles put him on Queer Street, and he had no idea where he was at. And in that scramble, nobody's better than Charles Oliveira. I mean, that's, that, as I said, in the scramble is where he gets them. Because as I've been talking about, Charles is not a big takedown guy. He's not shooting from across the cage. He needs to he pulled guard. He needs to get you in a scramble. In this case, Justin was hurt and he got to his back quickly. I didn't see a scenario where Justin was going to get hurt, quite frankly. And Charles put that to bed quickly. Almost first punch, first exchange of the fight hurt him badly. To the point that Justin was in defensive mode. Now Justin comes back, rocks him a good time or two. But from that point on, in the very, very beginning, Justin wasn't there. He was just on his back foot, and Charles was pressuring the whole time. I did not think that Charles was going to be able to hurt Justin Gaethje and put him in that position is where that read fell short. But that dude, Charles Oliveira, as I said, it broke my heart to make that pick, because Charles Oliveira, the things he's turned around in his career, and I will admit, having been in this game for a long time, having watched him in the early days, I would not have pegged him as a future champion. I would not have pegged him as the guy who in the first round of fights is overcoming adversity and then coming back to finish what many consider the toughest lightweights that are available right now. I have been more skeptical of Charles Oliveira than I've needed to be based on the resume that he submitted, and it ended Saturday night. I will no longer doubt that man.
So with all that being said, and we're just having fun, people, you're not going to bat 1,000 here, but you were so confident and it was so definitive.
I was extremely confident as an underdog, even Justin Gaethje. I would have taken him at minus money for sure. I was very confident.
It's one of those things where you think something, you don't want to say it. I just wondered if Gaethje in the big spot can get over the hump. He's stumbled before, but he stumbled against the best of the best. That's what I wondered. But I'll admit, after the mishap on the scale, whatever it was, the way he looked, the mental anguish involved with losing his title on the scale, I was like, oh man, there's no way he's going to be able to. Like, that's what makes the win even that more impressive. What he had been through 24 hours ago or 36 hours ago. And so I jumped on the bandwagon regrettably, because I was a little bit. Do we have the clip of me saying Randy Brown and Chaos Williams? Because I feel like I said that.
Maybe you might be into that. Well, I actually placed the bet. We know.
We don't.
You also tweeted me in the middle of the fight. You were like, "Can I add Randy Brown?" I was like, "Man, we're sweating this out right now. Like nothing is locked." It was a split decision too.
Nah, he had that. All right, let's recap. How did you do?
It was kind of like one of those nothing weeks that we've been experiencing a little bit lately. So, I mean, we threw a ton of mud at the wall, man. We threw a lot out there. We ended up with 12 singles by the end of the week. We didn't get the Cerrone Lozon under 2.5 or the round one, so we only ended up with 10. We won some, we lost some. I hit a nice hedge with Dimitri Bivol live by decision. I tweeted that out in like the fourth round.
That was impressive, man. Jeez Louise. I mean, impressive on your part. I mean, there's the Vegas judges involved. Well,
that was the thing. It was more of a hedge. It wasn't like, because I had Canelo in the parlays, so like it was more of a hedge. But like just the way the fight was going, I was like, dude, Bivol looks like he's got this figured out here. Like he looked fantastic, and I did that in like the fourth round, and all the judges scored all 4 of the first rounds for Canelo, which I thought was insanity. I mean, I thought it was like a 118. 110 type fight. Like that's how it looked. To the parlays, we go 2 and 4. It kind of felt like the weekend of almost. 3 of these missed by 1 leg. I almost hit the Kentucky Derby horse. I took the Rangers plus 1,000 live in hockey. Almost hit that. It came all the way back and tied it. Lost. A weekend of almost. So we end up 5 and 5 on singles, 2 and 4 on parlays, down 0.9 units. Not a great weekend. Not the worst weekend. It is what it is.
31. That's pretty impressive.
I mean, we keep it rolling. On to the next one. Wish it could have been bigger. If it was Gaethje putting Oliveira out, it would have been a huge weekend. That's not the case. I'm with Rick. I feel guilty. Like I feel guilty now that I bet against Oliveira. Like I kind of have been blindly betting him by sub, just because that's what he does to people. And like I am a big like Oliveira fan. Like I just love what he does, how like chaotic and hectic he is. He just applies so much pressure. So yeah, it's kind of sad to bet against him and lose. He taught me my lesson. And I'm saying all of this knowing if it's Oliveira Islam, I'm gonna bet on
Islam.
I'm such a.
Who do you think is the favorite in that fight?
Dude, I think they released a line earlier that I actually took Oliveira blind. Yeah, the number has come crashing down. I want to say I would need to go back in my betting account. It opened at like plus 380 Oliveira. And
what? Against Islam?
I just like blindly took Oliveira.
How long
because
ago?
Of the number. Like months.
Oh, okay, so pre-Gaethje?
Islam is still minus 225. Oh yeah, way pre-Gaethje. Islam minus 225.
Yeah, but then the line on Oliveira has come down, yeah?
Oh, big time. He's plus 190 now. I'm actually going to find the line that I got him at.
Okay, so here's my question.
Seems about right.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people will go with Islam. Do you guys agree with giving it to Islam?
Man,
the favorite?
That style is just...
No, do you agree with giving the title shot to Islam? Because they did say he has to fight Beneil.
I don't see why. 10 straight fights. Like, he's been dominating everyone he fights. Who do you give it to? Chandler?
No, he had his chance already.
He just lost.
Do we learn anything if he beats Beneil? Is there anything that I need to know?
No. I'm down with it. I'm just saying that's what Dana said. I'm taking the man at his word. He said it.
Plus 345. That's what I just blindly threw a unit on Charles Oliveira against Islam.
It feels like Beneil is kind of like being left by the wayside here, unfairly so, because he was in a position. But from the Islam side, there's nothing that I need to see in a fight between Islam Makhachev and Beneil Dariush that I wouldn't have already known. I'm perfectly fine with him getting a title and title shot, and I'm perfectly fine with Beneil fighting somebody to be number one contender, to be the next guy.
I actually love the idea that Shaheen brought up, Chandler versus Beneil. But if you actually look at the options out there for Chandler, from Dustin to Connor, which I think is a real thing, to even Nate, they're going back and forth. Of all the options, it's the least sexy one.
By far.
You know what I mean?
Sure. But if you're telling Michael Chandler that this will be your quickest path to the title, I think you take it.
For sure.
All right, so how do you guys book the lightweight? Because I feel like your whole day has been, or your last 36 hours, you and Jose, NewYorkRic, has been Ferguson talking to Chandler, talking to Diaz, talking to Poirier, talking to Oliveira, talking to Connor. What do you do? It's like nonstop with these guys. Jeez Louise.
I think Connor's kind of the linchpin of it all, right? Because Connor picks his shot. That's the difference.
Last I heard, by the way, don't expect him January, March. That's last I heard. That could change, but that's from a pretty solid source that said there's a chance not till 2023.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then I think you do Islam and Charles.
Okay.
And you do Beneil and Chandler.
You go with Beneil
and then Tony's out of that. Yeah, well, out of the top guys, that's it. And then Tony and Justin kind of fall down from there, and could be matched up with guys at the bottom half of the top 10.
What do you do with Dustin?
That's a hard one.
By the way, if they don't want to do Dustin and Nate,
you do Nate. I mean, just
do Nate. Just do Ferg and Nate. Just do that fight. It's been sitting there for 6 months. For God's sakes, what are we waiting for?
If Connor is gone, if Connor is not fighting till 2023, let's just get this Dustin and Nate thing done and move on with our lives, please.
What about Dustin? What about Dustin and Chandler? What do you guys think of that?
I mean, that fight would sell.
That would be a big time fight.
And
they don't like each other.
Fine.
You could tell there's animosity there. Remember when they were in the back in Abu Dhabi? You could tell Dustin doesn't like him. There's something there. I don't know.
It's fine, but then what do you do with Nate?
I guess they're gonna
Hamza? Nate versus Hamza? Are we really gonna do this?
It wouldn't happen anytime soon, and the timeline doesn't work. But this would be the perfect time to do Tony versus Nate. It can't happen now. No, they're kind of.
I don't like that fight.
For who? For Tony or for Nate?
Either one. Just these guys, yeah, no, that doesn't feel like the right fight. Especially for Nate, I would say.
No. The timeline wouldn't work. Nate's ready to fight tomorrow.
Yeah, Tony needs to take an extended period off.
100%. Yeah, it's not going to work out.
That's not the comeback for Tony. Tony needs to be further down the list, and Nate needs to be fighting headline guys.
You wonder if they do Islam versus Oliveira, and it would be kind of crappy for Charles to have to fight Islam in Abu Dhabi because he's obviously not the favorite there.
Gotta do it.
However, we remember what happened the last time they were in Abu Dhabi. I mean, that dude on the scale ain't being a stickler of about 0.5. I'll tell you that much. I mean, he's like, that thing is like on the freaking come up, and he's like, yep, you're good to go. So he won't be a stickler.
Perfect.
And by the way, everyone gets so upset like I'm going after Khabib for that. I'm not going after Khabib. He just happened to be the guy in that clip. That dude did it with every single person at that weigh-in, whoever that guy was. I think works for the UFC. Like when they're overseas, most of the time it's a UFC guy. So chill out with your freaking death threats and everything.
You've also thrown, your go ahead, GC.
I was going to say, people also point to DC with the towel. Like, Khabib is grabbing both the dudes next to him.
And by the way, I gave DC a ton of crap for that, about the towel thing.
I was going to say, Helwani throws DC under the bus. His supposed friend throws him under the bus too, so nobody's safe.
Exactly.
It's not to...
You can point to that.
It's not to make fun of them.
And by the way, GSP Nick Diaz, they freaking rounded down with GSP on that one.
Your hero GSP, your best friend DC.
So before you come at me with your anti-Khabib rhetoric, just everyone's out there catching strays over here, okay? I tell it like it is. Everyone wants to try to convince themselves that I have some sort of beef. Meanwhile, I say Usman's the pound for pound best. I freaking pick Gaethje. There is they try to convince themselves of this anti-dominance MMA thing that I have. Like I say, Islam is the man. I called Khabib Michael Jordan. Shut the fuck up with this. Enough already. Leave me alone. And don't follow me if you don't like it. Golly, enough already.
Oh boy.
Ali out there with his fucking vague death threats on me. Yeah, next time I see you. Okay, buddy. Just like in Houston.
A vague death threat.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like an oxymoron saying.
Every time. Just like I see you. By the way, how do you know about what I'm tweeting if you have me blocked? Someone answer me that?
Oh, I thought that was a rhetorical question.
No, I guess.
Burners, bro.
I mean, there's ways.
He runs every one of his fighters'
account and look.
Get out of here with this nonsense. Stop being so damn sensitive and picking your shots, all right? I keep it real over here. I keep it 100.
I don't want to go down. I don't want to have an extended, very long back and forth about this. And I'm ready to take some tomatoes. But if you miss weight, the penalty should be that you lose.
Oh, okay. So we're going right to this?
I'm sorry. Wow. I don't want to.
Well, let's go.
If you miss weight, that's kind of half the job there.
Even though
the rules argument.
You're doing that.
The rules are the rules.
You're going to be that guy. Them's the rules.
I'm sorry.
Even though historically, what about my thing? In every other sport, there are rules that are bent all the time. In Michael Jordan push off, should that have been an offensive foul against Brian Russell?
In your heart,
you're that
Charles
guy,
Oliveira
right?
Can be the champion, and he can be the champion of your heart forever until he fights in his next fight and gets his belt back. Unfortunately, he didn't make weight. If Justin Gaethje didn't make weight, he wouldn't be fighting for the belt. If everybody else in the card didn't make weight, they wouldn't be fighting at the weight class that they were contracted for.
That is so fine. Take the belt away from him, but please pay him as a champion, all right?
Oh, okay. Well, now that's a different argument altogether.
Well, no, because I don't think that's a guarantee.
Let's treat him like a champion from a financial perspective. On board, same team. Me and you, we're high-fiving. We're doing the Arnold and Carl Weathers arm. I'm with you. But you got to make the weight. You have to make the weight.
That's so crazy.
They were also referring to him as the lightweight champion on the UFC broadcast.
It was so confusing.
Like, it was weird. Like, the people
even the picture was him with the belt.
Yeah, like, didn't he lose the belt? Like, why?
Well, he didn't lose the belt technically.
Oh, stop it!
Until
what does that even mean?
Until
the belt why?
For the first one.
Well, okay, so excuse me.
Yeah, well, then if we're going down Rick's path there, then they did everything, by the book. They did it correctly by referring to him as the champion until the bell rang.
Wait. Lose it.
Wait. So then, can I just ask you something? What if he would have gotten sick in the morning?
I actually saw someone with a conspiracy theory.
Yeah. No, but they said he only gets stripped once the bell rings. Well, what if the bell never rings?
And they would have revised their plan and stripped him.
Is such an okay. So what about the Ally Quinta thing? He was over on the record. He said we'd still consider him champion.
I mean, if you ask him, I think he would say we still consider Charles. I think he could use that same vague language and say we still consider Charles Oliveira champion.
I actually feel like he said the opposite.
Should be told.
He said them's the rules.
I mean, even in Dana White's post-fight scrum, he said, not UFC, not him, but he said media and fans obviously still consider Charles the champion. I think, look, there's a tacit acknowledgement from the UFC and from Dana White that, like, look, we know you think this guy's champion. We had to stick by rules. There's procedures, but we know you think this guy's champion. We're going to, pretend he's a champion. Does he get paid like a champion? Your question is the important one. That is the important one. I think it remains to be seen. But I don't think there's any doubt that who people consider the champion and who people consider the best 155er in the world, regardless of whether you consider him, quote unquote, the UFC champion or not. I don't know why I'm doing air quotes for that. He is the best lightweight on the planet. Somebody will make the joke, lightweight and half a pound, but he's beaten the hell out of a bunch of dudes at 155 before that. So Charles is the best 155er.
By the way, this
he'd probably win that. Maybe not actually. The guys at 170 are pretty tough. Actually, I was about to say he might win that one too, but 170 is kind of.
Oh, 65. You could do 65. Frank, we have some breaking news music. This just in from Killishaw. I bet all my money on Gaethje purely because NewYorkRic felt so confident. Live and learn, I guess. I'll still support his takes.
So what you're saying is there's a happy ending to all this. Is that Killishaw went broke and I'm responsible for it. So this is good. This is perfect.
What about the fact that I stayed off Twitter most of the day yesterday, trying to take a mental break. Right, I don't know, around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, just checking in, see if anything big is on there. And the first thing I see is an interaction between Killishaw and Conor McGregor. You guys see that?
McGregor responded to him?
Yes.
the two biggest names in the fight game.
It was a three-way between Killishaw, Pizzi, and Conor McGregor. But he was
I did see the Pizzi thing.
Yeah, no, Killishaw was in the mix there. That was the first thing I saw. Oh my God, it's just amazing. And by the way, could we give it? I mean, do we have any like clapping music? Do we have anything like that? Do we have any sort of?
No.
Nothing like that?
No.
Nothing celebratory? Nothing happy?
That's what we got.
I would like to give out, we like to do our awards at the end of the year, but I'm ready to hand out my social media user of the year award. I mean, GC has just been on fire. Wow. I mean, we haven't
Rick
seen...
does this award, though.
Yeah, but I'm giving
trying
it
to get in his good graces.
Can he be considered?
Listen, I said it over the weekend. He's in the running. He's in the running. The edit. I think you're referring to the edit.
No.
You're referring to the edit from last week.
No. It's edits. It's edits.
Yeah, but one stands above the rest. The edit.
The Jurassic Park one was pretty good.
And you dancing was next level. Was elite.
Where do you come up with this stuff, GC? This is high level stuff.
Oh man, we always go back to this. A producer never reveals his secrets.
That's true. I love the one comment. Shout out to that guy who said the first thing that I was going to say was, how long did it take or how did you do this? Because it was I was like, wow, he switched from the screen to the MVP dance. It was amazing. He's on fire. He is really on fire. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on you now to keep leveling up.
I like to avoid these conversations. I really feel like the pressure builds. And then when we've got, Blachowicz, Rakic fight days, and there's not much coming from it.
That's true. And then right before I go to sleep on Saturday night, I'm like, oh, let me see what GC had to say about the fights. And he fires off like a string of just heaters about Charles Oliveira. Did you see this on Saturday? It was just like 5, 6 in a row. It was just incredible. There was one with this kid.
I did not.
You didn't see the kid?
Bring me up to speed here.
Yo,
the fact that this one is getting the respect it deserves is warming my heart.
Oh my God! You didn't see the one with the kid?
I didn't see any of this.
Let me just play it. You don't remember that one? He said Oliveira to the belt, and it's that kid. You know this kid singing? Oh, I won't let. Oh my God. Yo, what does that have? 59,000? Here, over 1,000 likes. It was like a 5 or 6 just heaters. Let me ask you a question. You love to do the thing with the clips, Where do you find these clips that pertain to, like you find like these sort of generic, reaction video things? How do you find that stuff? You search for it?
Nah, just scrolling on Twitter for too many hours a day and bookmarking them.
So what, you save them for a rainy day and then you were like, oh, I have something that would...
I've probably got 500 videos bookmarked. Sometimes I'll
You have
know
like
that
the
I
Max
have it.
Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith one. You did that about something last week. Like, I'm like, where do you find these things?
I mean, it's, Rick's, he's in social media. My roommate's in social media. I pick up on tips.
But there's this site, reaction videos or something, that you always go back to.
There's like accounts that are just reaction videos.
Am I just?
Don't give away the
Review-
secrets.
okay.
Though. Why?
It's just
Then
so-
everybody's going to be doing it.
I've
Chill.
seen that
chill.
laughing.
That's why I always say,
You don't want to talk about it? All right. I'm trying to give
never
you.
gives away his secrets,
I'm trying to give you props here.
I know. I appreciate the props. I do appreciate the props.
All right.
It's nice to be noticed. It's nice to be seen.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I feel like
Yes.
your engagement rate is very high.
Bangers only. That's what we go for.
With a Z or with an S?
He's a high contender for the Caposa this year. He's in the mix.
I give it
He's
to
in the
Paolo.
mix.
Paulo
Paulo
Costa?
Costa.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's not him. I refuse to believe that that's Paulo
Dude,
Costa.
there's too many pictures that
Too many
It's like-
memes.
yes, bro. Like the memes are so good.
No, it's someone who has hacked his account that makes you
How
like
often
want.
do
No,
you
it's
update
too many.
his
It's too many
profile
memes
picture?
related to him, but the man's very problematic and sometimes funny.
The one with the Dana DM. What was that? Do you have to go?
Yeah,
No,
Oh, okay.
no, the Dana thing, he posted like a picture of like Pat Barry with Dana White's face.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
But then he posted the DM, but the DM
Yeah.
wasn't really to him.
No.
What was that DM from?
I have no clue. It
You know,
could have
Eric?
just been a fake generated one.
No. I feel like isn't that a real one?
it might have been, but he could also fake it.
Okay, you think Paulo Costa is sitting there faking Dana White DMs? Come on. I mean, I don't want to
Dude, I
like.
think he has assistants, but like, bro, we're talking about we have a video of him like doing the front kick that Michael Chandler landed. Like
What do you mean a video?
there's like a video of him doing a front kick, like, and it's like talking shit to Tony Ferguson.
Paulo Costa?
Yeah, like posted on yesterday. Like it's like he definitely has involvement in it. Like you gave the theory that like his account got hacked and he has no idea that this is happening. He's 100% aware that this is happening. Like
Wow. Respect.
He just
like dude,
doesn't
there's
care.
like videos of
He
him
just
like
doesn't care.
out on the town. Like yeah, there's way too many like pictures and stuff of him. The amount of times he photoshops people to be fat is like all time. Yeah,
I don't know where
Paulo
this guy
Costa
came
killing
from.
the
But
game.
much respect. All right. Did we go over everything?
No, I gotta shout out the big hitters.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
Some crazy ones. Let's get into it and run through it real quick.
Yeah,
10
Killshot was 75th, by the way.
Close.
Yeah, close.
Almost repeated as second place. Prince of the DK League. All right, big hitter. 10-leg parlay plus 35,883. We don't unit shame around here. $1 into 359. Lupita Godinez by decision. Vergara Rodriguez over 2.5. Gato Cortez fight goes the distance. Ronaldo Roberts fight goes the distance. Ivanov, Schnell Royval ends in a sub. Chazon Dumont fight goes the distance. Andre Fiallo, Carlos Esparza, Charles Oliveira by sub. I mean, I don't know what inclines you to take that parlay. It is a lot to take in. I get why you only put $1 on it, but shout out to Knockout Bets plus 35,000. That's going to be the big hitter.
Only walked away
Any
with
day of the week.
$359 for that.
I know. Make it $2. You're walking away with like 800. Honorable mentions. So shout out to DraftKings. I didn't know that this was a thing until my guy King Spartacus sent this to me. Plus 10,000 on a same fight parlay turns $5 into 505. He took Charles Oliveira to win in round 1, Charles Oliveira to have more significant strikes, Charles Oliveira to win by submission, and Charles Oliveira to have one or more knockdowns. They do the same game parlays in like basketball and football. Had no idea you could do it in fighting. So shout out to King Spartacus. I'm going to have to give this a try sometime. Plus 10,000. That's crazy. So yeah, shout out to DraftKings. That's a cool little addition.
That is cool.
Yanju, 4-leg parlay, plus 783. What makes it special? He threw $10,000 on it to turn it into 88,000. Esparza by decision. No and Oliveira Gaethje going the distance. Over 2.5 in Chazon Dumont and Tracy Cortez. And then Magic MMA. I mean, just pinpointed this. He takes Dimitri Bivol money line and by decision, plus 464, plus 700. Profits over $10,000 on it. I mean, what a fantastic fight to watch if you were going to profit over $10,000. Like, unreal. So Beautiful call on him on Bivol. So shout out to Magic MMA.
By the way, do you have the screen grab of me saying that Bivol is going to give Canelo a tough test, or no? Do we not?
Come on, man. We're just reaching at straws here.
No, I said it. I said it on the record. Anyway, I don't know shit about boxing, according to NewYorkRic.
I know. I went to Rick last week, the boxing expert.
Oh, yeah. What do you say about that?
He told me Canelo would just... I mentioned the fight, and he was just like, domination.
True? Facts?
Where's the evidence of this? You roll out 2 clips of me talking about this other fight.
It wasn't on the air. It was behind the scenes.
Here.
Wow.
Behind the scenes now.
Likely story.
Nah, I thought Canelo was going to win. I thought if it was a close fight, he would have won on the judges' scorecard, which he probably would have, but that was not a close fight. And then last but not least, the Draft King. We got a real picture this week, too.
Wow.
Shout out to our boy, Nicholas James. He was tweeting at Frank. He was like,
Whoa.
I can't even remember what all he was saying. He was throwing the heat at.
He was coming after you, Frank?
That's the first I heard about this.
Wow, okay.
I guess he doesn't check his notifications.
Wait, who's he with in that picture? It's just him and his friend?
No, it
was that a famous
UFC
guy?
fighter.
I can't see you this far. I don't mean to put you on the spot.
You know what?
You can't.
Actually, it's
It's fine.
Alex Morono.
Oh. How did you notice that?
I'm
I
reading
would
in
have
shorts.
even noticed Alex Morono.
I'm reading in shorts.
Oh,
I
okay.
could be wrong on that.
That's a random one. Well, good for him.
No, yeah, that's actually, I'm looking at other pictures of Alex Morono now, and I still can't confirm that.
Yeah, that's all right. Close
I think
enough.
it's Morono.
You should have just
It is
ran with
Morono.
it. Just go
It's
with
Morono.
Morono. Yeah.
It's Morono.
No one will know.
I'm
No one
a-
will ever know. All right. Was there anything else?
Nope.
I
Nothing from me.
took a little gander.
What do we think?
You're up, NewYorkRic. You can go now. It's all right. We mainly just wanted to have you on so that we could dunk on you for those gate sheet.
Yeah, what a shocker. What a shocking development. You just wanted me on so that you could dunk on
So
me.
we could dunk on you about a pick that we also took.
Yeah, we also think, but you bullied me into it.
Yeah.
You bullied me into it.
I mean, geez.
It's social pressure.
Treated me like Frank over here. I'm out of here.
Thank you, NewYorkRic. There he is, NewYorkRic. Don't get rid of GC just yet. If we could do that, is that too hard to do? I don't know. Am I asking for too much?
Yeah, we told him to leave the room.
I'm curious. You got a dog?
Yeah, I was looking at something.
Who are we thinking? MVP?
I want to pull it up. MVP's a dog.
Amanda Ribas?
Yeah. Well, there's Amanda Ribas and there's Angela Hill.
Yeah. You know what I like? If we get it, I can't believe I'm going right back to that the weird plus points bet.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Angela Hill steals around if not win that fight.
Yeah. You see, there's a part of me, though, that feels bad going against old Virna.
Yeah, Virna.
You know, immortalized, gave me the hat, custom made, first fight since.
Yeah.
But
the Ribas one is sketchy to me, though, because she's moving up to flyweight. Pretty big size disparity.
Also, Caitlin is she's a tough out.
Yeah, I already took the over 2.5 in that one.
Oh, my God. If there ever was an over 2.5.
Oh, I took it, yeah.
Play this clip on Monday of next week, or it's like
when Chikagian gets a first round finish.
Yes. But that feels like an over. Honestly, Angela Hill Virna feels like an over 2.5 as well.
Yeah, but that was more juice. Like I took it at minus 210 for Chikagian Ribas, so it was playable. Your boy Maximov,
huge favorite,
monster favorite.
What's Jan and Rakic?
Dude, Jan keeps moving up. I want to say last I saw him, he's
Jan
at
dog,
big dog, plus 550 at DraftKings right now.
No,
yeah, plus 550.
I see him plus 145 here.
Oh, at DraftKings?
Well, on best fight odds, they not update it. Your boys?
I see plus 155 on best fight odds right now at DraftKings Sports.
Wait, you said plus? Oh, I thought you said 555. Oh,
nah, I mean,
155.
That would be insane.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know why I heard.
Was I saying plus 555?
That's what I thought you said, but it could be. Who the hell knows? Yeah, Randy Brown. What a great pick, huh?
Yeah. He looked great in there, dude.
So the H-Dow suffers a loss.
It's all right. 7-1 in the last 8.
Can I go 7.5 or no? I don't get credit if I just pinpoint
Randy
it.
Brown? No. If you mention it,
I don't get credit for that?
no.
I mean, I could have mentioned every underdog. I didn't. I only mentioned 2.
But you got to take that extra leap.
Yeah,
like it's like what you did was the equivalent of like putting it in your bet slip
And then
but not
taking the
take
screen
it.
grab, like what you accused Anthony Pettis of.
I was on board with Pettis. I put him on the show.
Yeah.
I believed him.
Pettis bet 10,000 on Canelo.
Follow
was on
up
the
that
DAZN.
beautiful win on Friday with losing 10K.
Yeah. That was a beautiful win. Him, Rory, Kayla was so down afterwards.
Shout out to our boy Mike Ryan, big friend of the show. He took Pettis.
Wait, of Levitard fame? Okay.
I think we did the same thing last time. He took Pettis and McDonald both by sub, parlayed them up.
Wow, he doesn't get a mention?
Dude, you see these that I put on here? That was like plus 300. This is like, or plus 3,000.
It's not pretty significant.
Yeah. I can only choose 4. That's why it's so tough. There's going to be a lot of people disappointed this week because there were a lot to go through. But I only choose the 4. I try to keep it pretty strict. Tight ship over here.
Best number 2 promotion right now. Who's the number 2 promotion in America, in your opinion? PFL or Bellator? Who has a better product?
Product, I think PFL does.
They've been on a bit of a roll.
I just feel like Bellator needs such like a better... I just feel like they don't capitalize enough on like promoting themselves.
Right. It's interesting. Interesting times.
Going the distance.
I thought Kayla looked fine.
I mean, she looked,
She was so down on herself.
Yeah, she was never in like any danger.
She was so down on herself. She gets so down if she doesn't smoke the opponent, and everyone starts criticizing her as well if she doesn't run through these people because everyone thinks that she's so much better than everyone else. It's a live human being. Sometimes you're not going to be able to finish them. It happens. But she's never in trouble. She's never in danger. She's never hurt. She's never rocked. It's just smooth sailing. And I guess people just want to see her, challenged. They want to see her, I don't know, dig down deep, all this stuff. But she was fine. She was really upset afterwards. I talked to her afterwards. She was really mad. But, man, you won. Kayla Harrison is one of the few people in MMA that is actually beating the system, winning the game. She is fighting much lower competition and getting paid more than anyone to do it. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, what are the chances she collects $1 million this year? 98%.
In addition to the milli that she's already collecting.
Yeah. Like
everyone else who's winning the $1 million, well, not everyone. There's a couple of them who are making a lot, but everyone, like the majority of them, the $1 million is the most. For her, the $1 million is actually less than what she makes for the entire year. Do you get what I'm saying? That's how much she gets paid. And deservedly so. She put herself in that position. She was very valuable to them, and she put herself in that spot. So who cares what people on Twitter are saying about you? Are they cashing your checks? Are they taking care of your kids? Are they, no, they're not putting food on your table. Who gives a crap? Anyway, all right. Was there anything else?
That's it from me.
Charles Oliveira still a champ.
Still the champ.
Rose Carla.
Bummer.
Hall of Fame 2028. Ferguson's the man. Let's go easy on those pictures of him getting his face kicked. Not too cool. Chandler cutting promos. Shogun a legend. Randy Brown, Dog of the Year.
Dog of the Year.
Prelims were kind of whatever. And Dimitri Bivol, I told you so.
There it is. That's the weekend. Putting a bow on it right there.
Thank you very much, GC. Appreciate you greatly. Thank you to New York Rick. Frank, any final thoughts?
No.